Starting with Halima.
I think, as I mentioned earlier, faith, is everything in this whole process. The faith defines the relation of, like, the mother with the child. Me as a mother, when I'm carrying a child in my womb, be it a boy or a girl, my responsibility starts from that moment to teach the child.
Wow.
That's why a lot of mothers, when they have a baby, they put the Quran, or holy book in reading by their crib, so that the child listens to that Quran, and there is many sayings by the Prophet that that's for the child is healthy and is good for brain growth and all these things. Now, as young children, we are taught from early age, again by the religion, to give respect to the elder. So when an elder comes in, we have to stand up. When the Prophet was asked, who is a person worthy of our respect? He said, your mother. Then he said, okay, who is next? Your mother. Who is next? Your mother.
All right.
3 times your mother.
Mm-hmm.
And then the 4th time he said, your father.
Okay.
So this just emphasizes, the role of the mother. And then one guy, he took his mother from Arabia. He took her to Hajj, to Mecca, which is a religious duty that we have to do once in a lifetime, if we can afford it, at least once in a lifetime. He took her, carrying her on his back. He came back, he asked the Prophet, did I pay my mother back? He said, not even one contraction.
That's right. That's
Wow.
right.
Wow. Wow.
She didn't even pay one contraction
Wow.
that she had for when she gave birth to you.
Wow.
So women are looked, at with a lot of respect in Islam, and as they give, examples, and our example is the family is like a ship, and the father represents the ship that makes that ship afloat, but the mother is the captain who runs the ship.
Oh, my
So
God.
whichever direction really the house could go, is the mother who designs that direction, because the father is busy making living for the family.
All right.
So the elderly are looked up with a lot of respect. We don't put our parents and grandparents and great-grandparents in nursing homes or anything, like that. I know I'm living with the health sector, but our houses are their nursing home, no matter how old they get, how disabled they get, how that is where they belong, and we take care of them. And it is a duty. It is a duty upon the oldest son. If he cannot, then the next one. But we race for it, boys, girls. Normally you see the girls are more caring for their parents, and they are going to take them.
Got that
I
right.
don't want to go over my time.
Wow, that's awesome.
That's beautiful.
Very good. Yes.
To tag on to what she's saying, when you are back home, we don't buy homes. It's not like here where a community, they build in the community and you go and buy. Mainly, 99.9%, you buy the land and you build the house. So all these homes are built from scratch and from the ground. And when they are being built, we always have the grandmother or the in-laws in mind. So we have something called boys' quarters. That's from the British, because we are in a British rule. So it's a separate from the house, but it's a self-contained. It's a full, it's a house, but they build it low. So if you're building a 2-story, you build a 1-story, knowing that the mother's gonna get old, the father's gonna get old, the grandmother is gonna get old, or an aunt would move in with you. So it's about the same culture. We don't have senior homes. We don't have retirement homes.
Ooh.
We don't in Ghana.
All right.
We live with them. And faith is very, very, very important in our community, because that's in our culture. Because we, the grandmother is the one, or the elderly, actually, really, it doesn't even have to be related. Because in our culture, the whole village raises a person.
That's right.
So the elderly, I remember growing up Sunday mornings, the elderly an elderly lady who lives a block away would go from house to house telling the children, get ready, let's go to church. You don't have to belong to that household. You go to church, and if you don't go, you get
with.
That's right.
It doesn't matter.
That's right. That's right.
You know, you get in trouble is what I'm saying.
That's right.
And she takes you, and the mother is not going to say, why are you forcing my kids to go? No, because it takes the entire village to raise. Yeah. So faith is very important in everything. We acknowledge God in everything. Even when the chiefs meet, they have to pray. It's very important. It's very, very, very important in the community. And within every block in the city that I was raised in, there's a church. Within every block. So you have no excuse.
All right.
There's
All
no
right.
excuse.
That's right.
Yeah, so we respect our elderly. We call everybody ma'am. We call everybody sir.
Sir.
When you see an elderly, you greet them. You bow.
That's right.
You greet them. You bow. And when you bow, then they know you're giving respect. When you are sitting and an elderly walks in, you get up for them to sit.
Right. That's right. That's
You
right.
get up for them to sit. So that they take such a high position in the community. Very, very, very high. And faith plays that important role.
Wow.
Faith in the African American culture is very important. We believe in a greater God than what we experience on this earth. And God is a title, not a name.
All right.
We believe that our faith brought us through the civil rights movement. Faith is taught at the age of accountability, and that changes depending on the maturity of our youth. Most of us come into our faith at 12. We have to go and listen to the gospel and accept the gospel as a relationship, not a religion. And your faith does not expire. Everything else on this earth has an expiration date.
All right. All right.
But your God, who is alive and well, will listen to your prayers and answer. And that's why and how we came through the civil rights movement. We use faith instead of our fists.
All right.
Dr. Martin Luther King say, when they use evil force, we're going to use soul force. And that was soul force is our faith.
All right.
Really, the way I was raised is the home is our faith. The home is our God. It's before going. We don't have to go to a temple to celebrate divinity, because divinity is, and you kind of mentioned it, divinity is in a home. So what is it? Has to be love, has to be kindness, gratitude to every day, a lot of connection with the land, because that's where we get the fruits, and that's where we get life. And we connect with nature and with the circle, with the circadian flow of nature. So the more that we are connected with love to everything around us, the healthier we are. And women are, of course, big part of that. Thank you.